Hello, everyone. We're your hosts. I'm Nahren.
I'm Jazz.
And this is the fourth episode of the Album Afterlife, a monthly podcast where we pick an album each month, then we listen to it, and then we talk about our thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the album. This month was a little bit delayed. We usually do it on the 1st, but because of Christmas and the New Year, we kind of fell behind a little bit. So now it's going to be mid-month, and that will carry on till the end of the year. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and Instagram. It's at the Album Afterlife. And yeah, I hope watch us on YouTube, listen to our previous episodes, and thank you for joining us on this episode. So this month we're going to be talking about Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2. So this is a sequel to her classic debut album, her well-loved debut
Great album, amazing album.
Pink Friday. So Nicki Minaj, as we all know her, is a very influential, some might say the most influential female hip hop artist, and
Queen of rap.
She birthed many sons, as she likes to say, or daughters. You know, the likes of Doja Cat, Ice Spice,
Cardi B.
Megan Thee Stallion, who she's also thrown some shots at on this album. But yeah, she's very influential. There has been female rappers before her that were also influential, like Lauryn Hill, she cites as an inspiration, and Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah, Lil Kim, obviously. But I think it's fair to say that Nicki Minaj really brought female rap to the forefront. And yeah, we have her to thank for that.
Thanks, Miss Nicki.
So yeah, that's basically the background of Nicki Minaj and Pink Friday 2. Like I said, it's a sequel to Pink Friday. And let's talk about the album cover, and then we'll go to initial thoughts on the album before we go track by track.
Okay, so the album cover is what looks like Nicki Minaj in an all pink dress, standing on, it looks like a subway or like a bus, Gag City. She basically, when it came to marketing the album, she had all of her visuals, all of her elements were all to do with Gag City.
It was like a world she was building.
She was building, and loads of memes were on TikTok, and it was hilarious to see all the Gag City memes. And
did you see the one of Jasmine and Aladdin on the red carpet on a carpet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's okay. That one was funny.
And she's just standing, holding the train, holding the handle on a train. She's commandeering this Gag City train onto the gag line or whatever it is. I'm not really sure what to make of the album cover. I'm not sure what it's meant to be, apart from that you're writing down Gag City. I'm sure when Pink Friday, she's riding down to the weekend, getting to Shoreditch, Gag Ditch, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that's all. That really is all that there is on the album cover. I like it. It's a cute album cover. I like the color schemes, the light blues and pinks and hot pinks is very, very nice. And I love the chrome effect on the seats themselves. What do you make of it?
Basically everything you said. I think it's meant to be. It is Gag City, but she is from New York, so I think it's meant to be reminiscent of a subway, with the skyscrapers at the back. Even if it's not like a particular skyscraper,
Does she have a crown on?
It clearly is. It's a headpiece. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has a crown on.
It's clearly reminiscent of the Empire State, even though it's not. Yeah. So it's very much like,
it's the Empire Gag Building.
Kind of back to her roots in New York. Obviously, this is Pink Friday 2, which is a sequel to her debut. So everything you said. I do like the color scheme. It's giving very sci-fi, even though I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, whatever it is.
And I also like how the title is not at the forefront, like it's just in the background.
Yeah. Compared to her other one where she was just laying down with one leg out and she had Pink Friday on it.
Yeah.
Really classic album.
Yeah.
Should we get into initial thoughts?
Yeah, initial thoughts.
First of all, we were all lied to several times. Throughout the marketing of the album, throughout the name of the album, throughout everything to do with the album, we were all, in my personal opinion, lied to. This is Pink Friday 2, a sequel to the first Pink Friday. No, it was Pink Friday 1. Oh, bangers, synths, pop. And what we got for this was like that she released Last Time I Saw You, which is her most pop song on this album. And in my opinion, great song. Did it have what the album was going to be in it? No, because I was expecting her to be talking about like, you know, other stuff for this album. I was expecting very, very pop tracks. I was expecting choruses. I was expecting bridges and all that jazz. And she delivered on that a little bit, but she sort of missed it with the whole, I'm still the queen of rap. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing that. And yeah, I just feel like it could have been much more poppy.
See, what a lot of people online were saying was that's not Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is not a pop artist.
No,
and they would say
Friday.
Pink Friday is not a pop song. They would be, because I saw a video and then they were like, name a pop track on Pink Friday that's not Super Bass, because Super Bass came out on the deluxe apparently and it's not on the actual album, which I've looked at it and I think maybe it's now become on the actual track list, but apparently before it was a deluxe. And she was like, that's not Nicki Minaj. This is what this TikTok creator was saying. They were saying Nicki Minaj is not a pop artist. She's a hip hop artist, and you're wrong.
Okay, well,
it's what she was saying.
Sorry, I think I'm correct. I think if you give us a name, if you give us a sequel, it needs to be the exact same thing.
Okay,
Done.
I think in terms of the name Pink Friday 2, I do think it's not as out there as Pink Friday was. Like, it's not hot as like in your face, I would say. Overall, I think this is a conflated album. I think it's got too many songs. A lot 22. Of songs that 22. A lot of songs that could have been left off. And I think they were banking on this nostalgia of Pink Friday when really it doesn't have the same tones to qualify as a sequel.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of samples also were used, which is the crux of hip hop music as well. But a lot of people do them in a more subtle way. She went a little bit more overt with this. I think some of the samples really do work and some of them don't. And we'll get more into that. Some good tracks, obviously, she's Nicki Minaj, and her songwriting and her lyricism does shine a lot on some of these tracks. Like, there's so many tracks that I was going through and I was just trying to understand their background and, like, the double entendre she was doing, the homophones, and it was just, like, a lot. So you can see that she's obviously still very strong in her pen. But overall, it's not something I think I will be bumping very regularly.
Yeah. I think it definitely grew on me as an album. I first listened to it and I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. What's going on? This is not it. And then after I listened to it over and over again, I was like, you know what? There are some standout tracks. There are some songs that are really, really good on the album.
Yeah.
And there are some songs that don't even need to be on the album. They're better off as singles. They work better as singles. And it was just like, let's just take what we've worked on the last 2 years and throw them into an album and call it Pink Friday 2 so we can get the marketing for Pink Friday.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. But
a lot of
it
people
did grow on me.
Yeah, a lot of people, you would be happy with this. Not a lot of people. Some people were saying they hope this was her Magnus Opium, which is like an artist's like best work. Is there like Magnus Opium?
Are they mad?
But they hoped it was that, but people were saying it was Pink Print.
Yeah, thank the Lord. Pink
Which
Print
is George's
a great album.
favorite.
I love Pink
Nicki
Print.
album.
It's such a good album. The deluxe one is better because it has truffle butter. You know. Anyway, it's too good. It's too good. Should we pop onto the tracks? There are a lot of tracks in this album. It's 22 tracks, so we're literally gonna like second it by track by track.
Yeah.
So the first track is "Are You Gone Already?" And it's just Nicki Minaj. It's a very, very good opener for the album. She talks about what she's going to talk about for the rest of the album. Her kid is involved quite a lot regularly through the album, talking about her being a mother, and it opens with Billie Eilish's Ocean Eyes. I think
No, When the Party's Over.
When the Party's Over.
Ocean Eyes.
No, because it's the harmony. It's
the same, yeah.
And it just sounds the same. Yeah, When the Party's Over, which is quite almost like it sounds like a lullaby. So it kind of does work well with the album. I mean, with the song. She does.
Did she? I didn't go back and listen to the original. Did she pitch it? I'm assuming Nicki Minaj pitched it.
I want to say the tiniest bit. You can still tell that it's Billie, but I think it's been slightly pitched. I don't think it's in the same key. So I think it has been slightly pitched, but you can still. She hasn't completely changed the sample. It's still the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the song she just talks about like her going through like the death of like her father, and she like references that she calls her son Papa based on her calling her father Papa, and it's really, really, really sweet and really, really cute. And I like the album. Is it a standout track? No, not for me. It's like a good opener. Carry on, we're done.
Yeah. I think when everyone first listened, everyone was like tuning in, like Pink Friday 2, oh my god. And then the first thing they heard was Billie Eilish. I really don't think people were expecting that, which I think is a good thing. Like, even if we're saying like, oh, this is not really Pink Friday vibes, but I think the sample was like well done. Like you were saying, it goes with the tone. And yeah, she's just being like really open and vulnerable about her dad passing before he got to meet, like literally days, I think it was, before he was flying out to meet his granddad, his grandchild even. And I think it's nice for her to be open and vulnerable with her fans, because I think she did say like when she like puts out an album, she kind of wants to update her fans on where she's at the moment. So I think this does that really well. And it must have been very cathartic for her to write, is what I wrote in my notes, because she talks about forgiveness, about like from her family and her mother, because she had a very like traumatic childhood and upbringing, and she saw a lot of things that she wasn't really, like a child isn't really supposed to see. And I think that's why she's like credited having so many alter egos. Obviously we know Nicki Minaj to have a lot of alter egos, and she says like that was kind of escapism when she was younger, was to like create these new people. So yeah, I think like you said, it's a good opening. It hits you but doesn't hit you.
Yeah.
Like the Billie sample hits you, but it's not like hits you.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
that.
describe
No, yeah,
that,
I guess there's other samples in this album that are much more like, oh, that's a sample. Oh, it looks so well. Oh, it works so well on the album.
The second song is Barbie Dangerous.
Barbie Dangerous. Dangerous. So good.
And it introduces a theme that is very consistent throughout this whole album, about basically her being the best in hip hop, at the top of her game, and no one can touch her, basically, is what she's saying. She samples Biggie and Bone Thugs and Harmony. So yeah, it's kind of like in keeping with her being in this world, her being with the greats, obviously sampling Biggie. She also makes a cute Queen reference, like the band Queen. She makes a reference which was cute. I don't know what she says exactly. She goes something like, I'm something bohemian.
Oh, Queen of the Rap Bohemian, something like that.
Yeah. So I thought that was like a really nice play on words. I think this is like mainly showing off her rap skills, which she, like I said at the start, really does have a lot of play on words, homophones with the 111 angel numbers and then 111. That is this song, right? I'm not making that up.
Angel numbers. I can hear the song in my head. Yeah.
So I think she's basically flexing, and I think this is a strong song for people who love hip hop. Yeah. I think that's a strong song. Yeah,
I was gonna say it like picks up heavily from the first album, from the first song. Obviously Nicki Minaj is always talking about her being the queen of rap. No one's better than her. She's on top of the world. She's doing all this, that, and the other. And I think this song, oh my God, definitely cements that. That's all I have down. I like the song. I like the fact that it picks up, because it really sort of, this album is almost like broken into chapters for me. There's like a really good section of the album which is coming up right now, which is talking about her being amazing and on top of the world. And I think this song does a really good job. And honestly, it could be a standout single. I feel like if it was a standout single, it would be amazing. It would do really, really well. That's all I have to say about the song. Crazy. Song number 3 is FTCU, Fuck the Club Up, Fuck the Club Up. This was my favorite song on the first listen. When I went for it, I was like, yep, nothing can beat this song. This is the best song for me. The sample, the Fuck the Club Up sample, is honestly amazing, and it samples Fuck the Club Up by Waka Flocka Fame. Yeah, in 2010. And this song really gives me Queen vibes by Nicki Minaj. It would be great on the album as well. And
Eminem's on that album.
Yeah, of course.
He's not on this album.
What a legend. Yeah, we were expecting
Yeah, it's okay.
next time. Pink Friday 3.
Yeah.
I love the line. When I first listened to it, I was like, high heels on my tippies. And then it blew up on TikTok, and I was like, yeah, of course, because this line was absolutely amazing. And I really, really like the song. I love the sample. I think it works really, really well. I love the beat. I love everything to do with the song. It was my first favorite song on the first listen.
I really like the song. I really like her in this song. But I'm not a massive fan of the sample. I'm not a massive fan.
Fair enough.
I think it's just very like grating and repetitive after a certain time.
Yeah.
But I think she's really good on it, obviously, with the whole high heels on
my tippies.
I think she's... I mean, we were literally just saying this is not a pop album. She's not a pop artist, though, but like she does have the ability to make catchy songs. Like Roma Revenge, Monster, those are hip-hop songs. And everyone knows the lyrics to those because she's just that good. So yeah. Beef with Lil Nas X, I wrote, ? Cardi B mentioned, ?
They're gonna come for the Bobs. I'm so sorry, Bobs.
Yeah, well, this is what I've heard. Like, she's been calling out these people, and her calling out Tory Lanez with Chef Kisses. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
The Color Violet,
but also
it's a good album. Sorry,
he's an abuser, guys.
yeah, we can't like him, but the album is good.
I've not heard one Tory Lanez album, to be fair, and I don't plan to. But yeah, her calling him out, but then also low-key apparently calling out Megan Thee Stallion, because Megan Thee Stallion ended up obviously working with Cardi B, WAP, and I don't think Nicki Minaj liked that. So yeah, but overall,
Does she not like that, or does she not like that shit? That song did really well.
Probably a bit of both.
Eek.
Next one is Beep Beep Beep. No, not 3 beeps, just 2 beeps. Beep beep. I wrote, I like this, short, sweet, and I think it's showing off her writing too. I like the murder ending with the murder producer tag. Like, it's very clear. Well, not clear, but I feel like she definitely used that producer just so she can have that ending, which is really good. I do like it. There was some in-deep beef with Remy Ma that I had to look up for this. Remy Ma is also a female artist, and I mean hip-hop artist, rapper. And I didn't know about this, and I was like looking up this beef, like trying to like get my head around it, but it seemed very one-sided. It seemed like Remy Ma was doing all the beef. Nicki Minaj didn't really care. From what I could
Rightfully
see.
so, Nicki.
And she also kind of sends a subliminal to Missy as well, Missy Elliott, because Missy Elliott sent a diss track by Remy Ma to Queen Latifah. That was for Nicki Minaj. I don't know. It was a big...
Too much. Too much was happening.
Yeah. And I also wrote, Millionaire line is good, but I kind of forgot what line that was.
I'm so going to grab the album out.
What is the Millionaire line?
I've just got She's Fucking a Guy in the Car.
I'm your lifeline. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I don't think it was that, but go on.
I've just got She's Fucking a Guy in the Car. This is a short song.
It's short and sweet.
We've only got a verse to do. Yeah, I draw a bag on the rolls with the temp tags. Yeah. It's once again, it just shows off her writing skills, and it just shows off that she's like, you know, on top of the shit, she's on top of a guy, and she's living her best life. Yeah, living her best life. I mean,
sex is also heavily featured on this album as well.
I've just written this the interlude song for me. It does its thing, short and sweet, carries on to the next one. Doesn't really thing. Beep beep. The beep beep part is very, very good. Beep beep. Beep, beep. Is that me? Next song is Falling for You, track number 5. It's about falling in love with someone, as the title suggests, and sort of being enamored by their love. It has, I wrote here, the second verse is in reference to Places to Go by 50 Cent. What is the second verse? I have no clue. This song didn't really do much for me. Once again, it was another like slow, kind of like more laid back song, almost has Are You Gone Already vibes. And it's just sort of talking about being in love with someone, and I feel like the instrumentation of it all definitely has that element to it. You could definitely tell that it's a really, really soft spoken song, and it's very, very sweet and cute. Actually, it's not like, you know, she still talks about being successful, but it's not very much like, I'm the queen shit, you guys are not.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, go.
I was gonna say kind of a non-chorus. Not a big fan of the chorus. Just like, I'm like, what is that? Like, it's not. I feel like it's not fully formed.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a love song, and I wrote talking about the people who are after her man, and she is better than them. So yeah, like you were saying, it's still got that, but not as overt.
Yeah.
But the Lato and Nicki beef is interesting. Did you pick up on this?
Where is it?
Basically, she says a line, and she said, "Picture not listening when I said you would dread that. I mean, Lux ho, use a chop ho." And basically, obviously, it sounds like Lato. And if you like look into it, Lato and Chloe Bailey had an interview, and she was like talking about Quavo's hairstyle, which is locks, which used to be called dreadlocks, but obviously now we know that has like negative connotations, like dread, like it's just a hairstyle, like why are you dreading that? But she kept on calling them dreads, and then Chloe kept on going, yeah, locks, yeah, like correcting her. So she's just kind of like doing a double here, like, and also because not a voice note, Lato leaked a conversation between her and Nicki Minaj where she was saying that Nicki Minaj was saying the people around you think if you beef me, it's gonna like make you bigger, but it's not gonna help you in any way. No. You're gonna dread that. So she said, picture not listening when I said you would dread that. I mean, locks ho, use a chop ho. I don't know. It's just so good. I do love that line.
I didn't click onto that, but that is really, really good.
Yeah.
That is so good. What else?
Yeah, that's it.
So,
I like that line. I like the verses, but I don't like the chorus.
Yeah, I mean, not fully formed chorus. We're still waiting on the chorus to be formed. Gag City reflex time. So, come on now.
So the next song is "Let Me Calm Down" featuring J Cole. And this song is basically about her high school sweetheart who then became her husband later on, and how J Cole is also talking about his high school sweetheart. So it's kind of like they're like talking about it. And there's a Will Smith reference as well, because J Cole has a song called No Role Models, where he's like, I want that real love that Jada and the Will love. But then obviously recently, with everything that's been happening with them and with them getting a divorce, he like didn't say that line in a recent concert. But then this is just kind of him saying like he didn't say that line because he still kind of like respects them, or I don't know. He was just saying something about that. As of the actual song, it's okay. Again, not a standout for me on the album. It's just okay for me.
I caught the line where she was like, "Word to Willie Smith." Yeah, and it was just like someone was saying it was also a reference to like the whole thing happened because of the Oscar slap in 2022. Like that was like a big part of why they're now not seen as like a good, healthy couple, and that obviously links onto the whole J Cole part. I was listening to the song. I've been listening to it more recently because I really like the intro of the song. Where it's like it's really, really good. And yeah, they just play with like the duality of the relationship that they have, and I feel like they've sort of made it like it's like what's that word called? A duet. There we go. A duet where it's like Nicki Minaj wanting just some space, and J Cole's always after her asking, "Oh, why do you need space in a relationship? Like, what can I do to make it like better? How can I understand why you need space?" And they just speak about that. It's an alright song. It's definitely a grow for me. One of the songs that did grow on me quite a lot. But definitely not a standout track for me personally. But overall, an alright song.
Yeah, J Cole always like. Say what you want about J Cole. A lot of people love him, and a lot of people don't really care for him. But I feel like he does put effort into everything he does. So
Yeah,
can't really fault him for that.
Yeah, great lyricists as well. Both of them together just make a amazing track. The 7th song is R&B featuring Lil Wayne and Tate Bang. I thoroughly enjoyed the song, I would say. The wordplay on the R&B is very, very, very cool. Tate Bang does an amazing job on the chorus. It definitely makes the song. It's quite like a chorus heavy song. It's got a chorus in it, which is really, really good. I miss choruses in this album. And it almost talks about, like, once again, them two having a little relationship with each other. Quite a love song.
Yeah, I basically wrote the same thing. I said, I actually really like the song. The chorus hits.
Yeah.
I literally said that. I said the chorus is so good.
I said chorus carries the song.
Yeah. And I wrote just a song about sex in it. Like, that's what it basically is. I think Lil Wayne, we have the reunion. Like, we have a Young Money reunion on this album, but they're not all on the same track. They're like, Lil Wayne and Drake are on different tracks. It would have been nice to see them all on one track, all 3 of them. But Lil Wayne, again, really great lyricist, like always. And his voice is really, like, unique and, like, greaty, which I quite enjoy.
Yeah. It's a good mix between, like, Nicki Minaj has quite, like, a high-pitched voice. So it's good to have, like, the balance, the 2 opposite ends. Really cool.
The next song is Pink Friday. It's another short song on the album.
Pink Birthday,
even. Another short song on the album. Album was released on her birthday, December the 8th, aka Pink Birthday. So it's her birthday. The album's, I guess, birthday, because that's when it was released. More about sex, I wrote. Like, that's just what that song is. And she also references her perfume in it, which is also called Pink Friday too, which I thought was fun. And it's okay. It's an okay song.
Yeah, I've got here 2010 happy birthday songs where every artist was jumping on the birthday song wagon.
So true. Katy Perry.
Yeah, everyone was jumping on the fucking wagon. Like, guys, calm down. You don't need a birthday song for every birthday.
Also, Rihanna.
Yeah, but do you know what? They're actually quite smart.
That was before 2010.
But they're very, very smart, because in every birthday that happens, you can play that song, and there you go. So, Nicki Minaj just jumped on the grind.
Yeah.
There's a line that I liked. He bent me up pre-Etzel. Very, very good line. And yeah, I like the beat is nice. The song is nice. Did it stand out for me? No. Do I skip this when it comes to the album? Yeah, because I don't really care for it.
Happy Pink Birthday.
Yeah, I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah, it's an average song.
Yeah.
Song number 9 is Needle featuring Drake. I heard the song. I absolutely loved it. I feel like it was definitely from Drake's Honestly Nevermind album. It was definitely a vault track from the album. If it was
okay.
It sounds very, very, like, heavily influenced by that. It once again is about, like, sex and stuff, talking about relationships, as with every single song. And you definitely hear more of Nicki's, like, pop sounding. Like, she's definitely singing in this song a little bit, which is very, very nice, because it's definitely giving, like, throwback 2010 vibe, but, like, a modern kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you mean.
It's just very, very chill. It's a very, very, like, relaxing song from, like, R&B, for example, or, like, what's it called? Barbie Dangerous. It's quite like her. It's got its own thing, and I really like the woman that speaks in the first section of the song. I'm in red hair. So
yeah.
And I added it to my loop playlist, the first song, like my playlist, the second I listened to it.
Okay. I wrote, this is just views, to be honest. I didn't get, honestly, never mind. I got a lot of views from it, like a lot of one dance, like controller vibes, which I say is Drake's, like, last good album. Anyway, moving on.
Well, I mean, no one really liked Honestly Nevermind. I loved it. It was really good.
Yeah, I know you did. But yeah, so Drake doing the chorus instead of rapping, which is classic. Like, he's more of a singer now than he's a rapper, I would say. And I quite like the song. Like, I think it's a really good song, even though I feel like people would trash on it because of the Drake of it all. Like, I think people really don't like this version of Drake. Like, they want, like, Take Care vibes, which is valid, but I really like it. So Cowgirl is the next song, and I wrote one of my favorites. I think I really like the chorus.
Good. Good.
And yeah, it's just again about sex.
Yeah,
but I really like it, and I think the chorus is strong. Featuring Lourdiz,
who comes up again actually in like another part of the album as like a little cute sample thing. I've written it's the first catchy song.
Yes.
That is on the album. Every song has been good, but nothing has been catchy, unless it's Fuck the Club Up. This is definitely the song where I'm just like, I'm gonna go tonight and I'm gonna ride it, cowgirl, cow. It's so good. Really, really good song. And yeah, it's just about riding dick.
Yeah.
Put it to the fucking core of it all. It's just about riding dick.
Yeah.
And, you know, Lourdiz is really good. I like her voice. She definitely adds out to it. Would I have liked to see more of Lourdiz in the song? Yeah, a little bit. But I think for what she did, for what she brought, she made the song what it was. And yeah, I really like it. I love the lyric where she's like, pecan on my dress, Marilyn Monroe. So good.
Yeah.
And yeah, overall, one of my top faves, actually. Really enjoyed this song.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so excited for this one. Song number 11 is Everybody by Lil Uzi Vert. This is the part of the album from Cowgirl onwards. It is really, really good and strong in my opinion because everything is so catchy. Everybody, the number one thing you have to say about this album, this song, is that it interpolated Junior Senior's Move Your Feet. Everyone, hold on. Yeah, Junior Senior's Move Your Feet. And it is so catchy and it plays on the body, but that body part is played for the entire track. And I love songs that do that. I love songs that have one word used consistently through the entire song. I don't know what it is about that, but something in my heart just, pounces.
Yeah.
I've written it's the best song on the album for how catchy. The second I heard it, I was shaking my ass left, right, and center. It was so good and so amazing. I have nothing bad to say about the song. I think the only bad thing I can say is it can be sort of annoying when you hear Everybody several times because that's all you hear throughout the song. But the thing that did it for me was the line where she said, washing them bitches Beth and body. I loved it so much. I listened to it and I was like, yeah, just send me to heaven right now. I'm honestly finished. Yeah, amazing album.
Song.
Yeah, sorry, amazing song. I keep doing that. Best song.
Yeah, I basically wrote the same thing. I wrote samples Move Your Body by Junior Senior. Throwing subs at Cardi, Offset, and Megan at some points during the song. And I said she's saying she's better than everyone else, basically. Yeah. So again, consistent with the album.
I love just one thing. I love the producer tag where it's like, "Hey, Smalls, is that you?" It's so good. It fits really well. I'm done.
And I think the sample that was done was good, and I think it gets people in a dancey mood. Even if it is just appears to be dissing people, like people are still going to dance to it. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
The next song, that's track number 12, is Big Difference. I've written here that it's very, very Pink Print inspired. Is it? I have no clue.
Yeah.
Let's see. But once again, it's just about saying like you can't compare yourself to me because there's a big difference between me and you.
Yeah.
And anyone like who's going to try her, she'll know what to do. She'll know who to speak to. She knows who to get it, like who to speak to get it covered. And I've written it's like very, very 2015 inspired. It's very, very like trap heavy. It's very much on like the thing. She also writes Smoking on Taliban. So yeah, run up my brother. And I literally wrote here crazy lyric because it actually is such a crazy lyric.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just about, once again, Nicki Minaj talking about how she's on top of the world and no one can compare to her, and there's a big difference between someone who's trying to be like her and actually her.
That is literally what I wrote. I wrote probably the best song on the album. I think this is the best song off the album. And I really like the chorus. And yeah, basically everything that you said, basically her saying she's better. Like there's a big difference between her and people who try to emulate her, and she's on the top and no one can reach her and her pinnacle, basically. I really like the song. Like I said, I think it's the best on the album. So yeah. Anyway, Red Ruby Da Sleaze is next, which is, I don't know if this was her first single from the album. It's one that I remember the
Yeah, I think
that
we had
Super Freaky Girl.
Yeah, I think that was the first one. But that was just back way when.
Yeah,
and I was like, what's she doing here?
I think it was on a different album too. I think. I don't know, but yeah. So it samples Lourdiz.
I don't know, Lourdiz?
I don't know. 2003's smash hit "Never Leave You," which is one of my favorite samples of the whole album. Yeah, I just love that song because it just reminds me of the 2000s. Like, it's in so many 2000s movies, and so many people have sampled that song. Anne Marie being one of them.
Yeah.
But I think this
a really good song as well. All the ladies got involved in that song. Too good.
On the Anne Marie one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Nicki Minaj does a really good job with it. I think it's really catchy, especially the first verse. Like, that took off on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it's her saying no one can touch her in terms of success, and people are trying to imitate her, but no one can ever be her. Yet again, keeping with the theme in a very catchy way.
Yeah. I've got nothing else to add. Everything you said was correct. On point. Valid points, valid opinions. I really like the sample. It does a great job, and it popped off on TikTok mainly because of the sample, and everyone nowadays is using that sample because it's a great sample. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I feel like it's like one of those songs where you can like walk down the street, have it in your ears, and you just think you're the fucking baddest bitch alive.
Yeah.
It's really, really good, and I really like it. And yeah, it just talks about her being amazing and her being on top of the world, and no one can compare to her because she's the best. As with every Nicki Minaj lyric that we've gotten.
So far. Yeah.
And yeah, that I've got nothing else to add to that.
Yeah.
It's an alright song. I would listen to it again, and it definitely vouched being a single. I'm glad this was a single because it was really, really good. Next song, track number 14, is Forward from Trini, featuring, I'm gonna kill myself, Skillyberg and Skank. I don't know how you say that, but the beat carries. The lyrics carry. Every single song on every single person who's in this song carries.
Yeah.
It is. The thing is, when I was listening to it, it didn't do well in terms of streams. I don't think it was popular. I loved the song so much. Gang's verses. Oh my god, the verse is so strong. And I really hate that it's not a popular song because it is, in my opinion, one of the best songs on the album, and the features do an amazing job, and you can really tell who's doing what in the feature. And I feel like they just pulled it off really, really well. And I love the chorus. Broke a girl, bad night, Nicki, and she forward from Trini, and she's so good. It's too good.
Yeah.
That and Everybody is amazing. So I'm very, very thrilled about this song. It's quite a short song. It's a short but sweet song. And as it's singing, it goes away, and it's great and amazing. Done.
Yeah, I agree. I really like this song. I do think it's one of the stronger ones on the album. It's showing Caribbean pride.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really like this track. It's upbeat and fun. A lot of people on TikTok, not a lot of people, one person on TikTok was actually talking about the slang Nicki Minaj uses, because not slang, the dialect, because she's from Trinidad, and they also use patois, like Jamaicans use patois, but apparently it's different. And apparently she uses the Jamaican one more than she uses the Trinidad one to like kind of like boost her popularity, because Jamaican patois is like so universally well known. But I can't speak on that. That's just, I found that interesting on what someone on TikTok was saying. But yeah, I really like this song. I agreed with everything you said.
It's an amazing song.
The next song is Pink Friday Girls, and it samples Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, which Nicki Minaj loves that song. Like, during her career, she's like sung that song with Katy Perry. She's talked about Cyndi Lauper. She's talked with Cyndi Lauper like on camera about how much she likes the song. I don't think Cyndi Lauper like clears samples, but she cleared this one, which Nicki Minaj tweeted that she was really thankful for. I'm not sure if I like the sample used, but it was done. Again, it was her talking about her husband and people trying to reach her status but not reaching her status. I don't know how to really feel about the song. I don't really have strong opinions on it.
I've got the fact that the sample, the Cyndi Lauper sample, I feel Like, out of all the samples in this album, it's the most iconic sample that there is. Everyone who would listen to this song will know where this sample came from because it's a popular song, and quite brave of Nicki to be using, not brave in a bad way, but like, you know, quite like out there to be using a very, very well known sample. Does the sample work well? Yes, it does. This is quite a summer song. It's quite a beach vibe. I've got here, it should be in the Barbie soundtrack. I feel like it deserves to be in the Barbie soundtrack. I don't know what happened there, how the timings overlapped, but I feel like it definitely deserved to be in the Barbie soundtrack. It's a very, very happy, summery, positive song. And this is what I would classify as a Pink Friday track. I feel like out of all the songs here, this is a very, very Pink Friday track.
Okay.
Because it's very, very happy and like, you know, not every Friday is happy, but it's very like, you know, positive. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a light song. It's a nice song. It's a light song. Do I bust my ass to the song? Not really. But is it good for what it is? Yes. The next song, 16, is this Super Freaky Girl?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I've got Super Freaky Friday. I don't know what I've Next song is Super Freaky Girl. This was also a single. One of her earliest singles, if I can remember that, back in like 2022 or whatever. So I was very, very surprised that it ended up being on this album. I thought it was just like a throwaway single. We've done this, it's done its thing now. And I was like, oh, we're here now, sure. Another song added to the 20 songs that we have already. And it's the most sexual song on this album, in my opinion. And I feel like, does it fit the album? I mean, yes and no. Did it just have to be a single? Yes, because it did really well as a single. I've got nothing else out of it. She's just being very sexual. That's it.
Yeah.
But the sample, once again, is great.
I love the sample. I love Super Freak,
the
song by Rick James. So I really like the sample. I wrote it's a sister song to Anaconda in terms of it's about sex, like, and explicitly, and it was one of the popular singles, just like Anaconda was. And I wrote really catchy, and I think the sample works well. Yeah. The next song that we're going to be talking about is Bum Bum. And I don't really have much to say about these songs. This like bottom half of the album, I really don't have much to say for most of these songs. But I really like her flow on this. Yeah, I really like her flow on this. Sorry, I thought I had something more to say, but I just don't. And then I wrote, again, similar themes about knowing no one touching her level. So it's just like more of the same running themes as there was beforehand. Yeah.
I've got pretty much the exact same thing. I've written that I don't usually like empty songs like this. And by empty, I mean like songs where I love a good, like, you know, synth in the middle of it. I love a good, like, you know, ad-libs here and there. So the song is pretty empty in terms of the beat. And I usually don't like that. But I think what makes it really, really well is how she phrases her words, the melodies that she uses, the flow of the like lyrics is really, really good. I especially love the part where she's like trying to keep it cool so don't be blown my high. Bitches they're blown up. Guys, it's so good. I love that. The verses are really, really good. And usually I like obviously love a chorus, but this verses in this song is really, really amazing. I love the whole bam bam. It's really, really good. I feel like I could play this in a car and it would go off in a car. And it's a very, very Pink Print inspired beat, I want to say. And yeah, as you said, once again, Nicki's just talking about her being on top of her game, on top of the world, and, you know, living it as it is, and bam, bam.
Yeah.
The next song is, track number 18, is My Life, and it samples Heart of Glass by Blondie. That's it. There's not really a lot to this song. It's, once again, like, her being in control and managing those like who hates her and like, you know, trying to like, no, look at the haters. And it's a very, very Nicki Minaj song. There's one lyric in here where she says like, these bitches mad that I did it better and first. That's a very Nicki Minaj line. So catch that on my captions on Instagram.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I have to say.
That's so funny. Yeah, basically the same. I literally wrote for the song samples Blondie. I love the song that she samples. I don't know if it works amazingly on this track, but yeah, it's there. It's happening.
I kept on getting that and the Girls Just Wanna Have Fun really, really confused. I was like, wait, what sample is for what?
It's the same era.
Yeah.
It's the 80s, so yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Can I just say, after Bum Bum, in my opinion, the album just sort of falls. Like, there was just songs just being added, and it wasn't really meant to be there. So Bum Bum was the last hit for me personally.
I agree. I agree with you. The next song is Nicki Hendrix featuring Future, and it's about, from what I can gather, losing a relationship. Again, from what I can gather, I've not really listened to the song. I have listened to the song a little bit, but not that many times. But something was really catchy because we were talking about it before we came and we couldn't stop singing.
Yeah, we ain't that different.
Yeah, we ain't that different. So that's quite catchy. But
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that there's that to it. Apparently the song was recorded in 2017 and it was set to be on Nicki Minaj's Queen album. I can see it being on the Queen album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it wasn't put on. But hey, more songs for this album.
Yeah.
But there's a line where she goes, "Blink hitting at lightning." And she has the British accent. Where is Roman?
Roman. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I don't think Roman has made an appearance because he's canonically dead.
Yeah.
I think, but he needs to make a comeback because I think he
Roman's
did.
arrival era.
Yeah, I know because I think he did make a comeback after his death in a different song. I don't know what song it is, but he needs to make another comeback.
Yeah, she released the Gag City version. I now want the Roman Roman as a ghost fucking city version.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have got nothing else to add about this relationship. Relationship about the song, it's very much like Nicki Minaj again wanting space and like Future being like, we're not that different, like we're actually the same, we're together, we ain't that different. We ain't that different. Yeah, it's an alright song. Would I bump to it? No. But yeah, Future, do your thing. Yeah, pretty much it. The track number 20 is Blessings featuring Tasha Cobbs Leonard.
Yeah.
Who is that woman? No, I shouldn't be saying that. That's really,
no,
really...
I mean, she's on a Nicki Minaj album. What are we doing? Literally nothing.
It's so true. But Tasha, you honestly did so well on this album. I'm in the song. You are just so good. It's a song
she's a gospel musician and songwriter.
I shouldn't really be hating on that because the song is just about God, isn't it? So, Tasha, you did your thing. Are you amazing? Yes. Do I have full faith in you? Yes. Did I know who you were before this? No. But hey, you made it in the Nicki Minaj album, so I'm thrilled for you. And Nicki has always been outspoken about her relationship with God and how, she believes in God. And, I've got it. I said they should hold out haste and see for themselves. Hashtag mashallah and that. What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
To be fair, George just, I will literally text him anything and then he'll be like, mashallah and inshallah and all that. Before you come for us, we are from Iraq.
Yeah, we invented Arabic, and that means that's in Arabic.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had people telling me I can't say Allah. I'm like, yes, I can. It just means God in Arabic.
Yeah, it's because we're not Muslim.
Oh, I'm crying. Anyway, it just shows appreciation to God and communicates that some people might not see him. They should hold out haste for him and see themselves. Hashtag mashallah. And yeah, there's a quote from the Bible. She says, when I'm walking through the valley, I will not fear. That's from Psalm 23:4. Mashallah and all that. Anyway, I'm done. Go.
Okay, I really don't have anything more to add to that. I just wrote, giving thanks to God and being thankful for for being a mum and being blessed. Okay. And it's quite slow, which I enjoyed. But then when she starts rapping, it picks up. And again, I enjoy that too.
Yeah.
But again, like George said before, this half of the album, this like bottom half, doesn't really stick out, but the next song even is Last Time I Saw You. And a lot of people have been saying that because like it can be taken in different ways because it's about losing someone. So like it could be about losing a relationship, but a lot of people think it's about her losing her dad, which she touched on at the start of this album. And her flow, it's slow like the song, but I like her flow. And that's all I have to say about that.
I have written here that it's like one of the only true Pink Friday 2 like tracks. It's pop rap. And I feel like this is what I meant when I first said that we were lied to, because this was the last single we were given before the album released. And for this to be, and I was like, oh my God, this is like proper, this is going to be amazing. And then everything else in the album was sort of not this kind of vibe. I feel like it doesn't belong to be in the very, very last section of the album. I feel like it should be like somewhere towards the middle. But I feel like just from Last Time I Saw You, the whole losing relationship, fine, we'll keep it to the end of the album. Yeah, I agree with the whole relationship thing, father thing. It said I should have hugged you someone longer, I should have spent more time with you often. That can be seen in both ways, relationship or losing someone as well. And yeah, it's an alright song. I wouldn't bump out to it, unfortunately. Not one of my personal faves. Song number 22 is Just the Memories. I've got a lot written about the song, Jesus Christ. It's a laid chillback song, and it's a very, very cute outro to the album, because it sort of has like, she's almost credited everyone that's worked on it, and she talks about the memories, I'm assuming, of working through the whole album itself. She talks about her past life as well, thinking about her school, home life, and her career. She reflects on like on her past, and she says that memories like don't live as people do. You know, the memories will be with you, but the people don't, so you have to sort of treasure the memories themselves. And she's just giving thanks to people on the album like Drake and Lil Wayne, and yeah, it almost is like a credit scene for the album, and it's a cute outro. Not a single, but a cute credit to an outro song.
Yeah, I wrote more of a heartfelt end to the album, like the start, so it's like quite good, like bookends. And she interpreted a line from a song. Let me see what song it is, but that song has like a reggae version. Like I think a reggae band covered it, which is quite popular in the Caribbean. So she interpreted that song. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. You said the whole crediting thing, and like again, like talking about being a mum in parts, and
all
right.
So that was the whole album. We're now going to go on over our faves from the album, songs that we enjoy, songs that we particularly don't like. My favorite, it's really hard. I'd have a favorite. I have favorites. I like Forward from Trini, Everybody, Cowgirl, and Bam Bam is really good, and also Needle. Those are my favorites. I don't have a standout song. I do love Forward from Trini a lot, and I do love Everybody, but I feel like they're just work really well with the album. I don't like any of like, no, I don't like, I just wouldn't listen to like Are You Gone Already, and like the last one's like the Nicki Hendrix song, only for the chorus. We're in a different like yeah, Just Memories, Last Time I Saw You, I wouldn't listen to those. Not my personal thing. What about you?
I wrote that I think the best song on the album is Big Difference. My favorite songs are Big Difference, Cowgirl. I really like Forward from Trini as well.
Yeah, amazing song. I'm so sad it didn't do well.
Yeah, that is shocking. It is a really good song. And then the ones that I don't really care for is kind of similar. Like I honestly think My Life probably is one that I would say I don't care for the most, but yeah.
Which is crazy because like such a nice sample, such a popular sample that we just aren't vibing with.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts before we move on the album? Or
I just need Roman. Where is Roman?
Yeah, it's Roman. Let's revive him.
Yeah, let's actually bring him back from the dead, Frankenstein vibe.
Yeah.
Any closing remarks?
No, not really. I think everything I said was said during. But yeah. Thanks, Nicki Minaj, for Pink Friday too.
Very much. It was enjoyable. It was an enjoyable hour and a half of my life. Right, so that was the album Afterlife's take on Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj. We are now going to go over to our next album. This is an album that I have decided myself. I had been going over loads of artists. I'm not going to lie to you, Nahren, I actually didn't know what to pick for this one. And then I literally woke up yesterday and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I saw a poster of someone and I was like, we're going to go for it. So it's pretty selfish on my behalf because I've not listened to this album, but everything I've heard about this artist has been good. Everything that I've heard about this person is good, and this album is good, and it's a very, very amazing album. It's almost given.
But you've not heard it.
But I've not heard the album itself. I don't really bang out to this artist as much as I don't at all, actually. So
but you think it's good.
But yeah, from what I've heard, it's an amazing album. So
Okay.
I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I feel like the only way to force me to listen to the album itself is to do an Album Afterlife episode. So without further ado, the next album that we will be going over will be Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Oh!
So...
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Because I love Frank Ocean, but I like Channel Orange more than I like Blonde. I have listened to the first, I want to say like maybe like the first 3-4 songs off of Blonde, but I've not listened to the whole thing.
Yeah. I've
been meaning to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, so here we go. It was like, with me, it was like no artists right now were releasing anything. I'm waiting for Dua Lipa's new album to come out whenever she wants to pan up in the studio. And I was like, let's just go back to a classic. Let's go back to one that's really, really good. I've only heard like 3 songs from Pyramids. I haven't even heard Pyramids, but Blonde
Channel Orange.
Channel Orange, sorry.
I was going to say, I'm surprised
Pyramids
you haven't...
is a 7-minute long track.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Channel Orange because I was going to pick Frank Ocean at some point and I was going to pick Channel Orange.
Yeah.
But I guess that will have to wait till next season.
I was debating between Channel Orange and Blonde, and I was like, I'm going to go for Blonde because it's like one of the most like iconic ones. Like I see Channel Orange popular, but Blonde for me, I
Channel Orange
see...
Well, again, I've not listened to all of Blonde, so I feel like I can't make this, but from what I've listened to Blonde and from what I've listened to Channel Orange, I think Channel Orange is a stronger album than Blonde so far. I've not listened to the whole thing.
I can say nothing because I've not listened to Frank Ocean at all, and I don't listen to Frank Ocean like that. But I thought, hey, we'll go for it. Why not? So Frank Ocean, Blonde will be the next album that we were doing. So
okay, that's interesting.
Fun.
I'm happy
times.
with that.
Good. I'm glad. I'm proud. It was a last minute decision. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching or listening to us. If you want to follow us, feel free to follow us. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And we will see you for the next episode of the Album Afterlife, where we will be discussing Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Thanks, everyone.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye, guys.